Welcome back to Hulu's Tell Me Lies official podcast. I'm your host, Stassi Schroeder. Okay, so each week I'm analyzing episodes, getting behind the scenes stories, and getting into it with the cast and crew of season 3 of Tell Me Lies, now streaming on Disney+. This week, I'm so excited. Sonia, Mena, and Alicia Crowder tell us what it's like to play Pippa and Diana and what it was like to bring the relationship between these two characters to life. And as a special treat, Jessi Draper is back on the show to help me unpack the latest Tell Me Lies drama. But first, a quick recap of episode 5. So obviously nobody cares that Steven got into Yale, and Diana also finds out she got in while sitting at the abortion clinic. At least her parents are proud of her. Bree and Evan are navigating getting back together, and Alex calls Lucy to talk. It's about her sexual assault claim, concerned with how intense they are together. As if her day couldn't get worse, there's a bucket of urine outside her door. Disgusting. And we all know it's from Chris's defense. At the beach party, Diana and Pippa sneak a kiss in the girls' bathroom, almost getting caught, and later get more serious. Evan and Steven splash freshmen, and Lucy is shook when Chris floats up to her. Bree decides to seek out her mom in person, and Wrigley drives her. So sweet. Her mom is sweet, but clearly still drinking, and she invites her to her exhibit at school. Diana tells Steven that she's not gonna go to Yale if he is. And he relies on one of his favorite things, blackmail. The episode ends with Lucy, unsatisfied after her night with Alex, listening to that vicious voicemail Steven left her in season 2, finally satisfying herself. Okay, you guys, this is very exciting. To be able to see you guys in person is like my brain is exploding.
Right, yeah.
It's like I'm gonna struggle to call you Alicia and Sonia because I just want to say Diana and Pippa. And before we get into like the serious questions, the actory, the thespian questions, I felt like we could do some fun ones. Okay, so if your character had a dating app bio, what would it say?
That's so hard. That's such a funny. I would probably say like pre-law, loves cappuccinos or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that fits. Diana,
yeah.
that fits. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Likes to, I don't know, run on the treadmill and watch rom-coms.
I feel like mine would just be like, hello.
Yeah.
It's just so like, don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like write mine for me and I'll write yours for
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, Pippa, I feel like wouldn't say much because it's like she doesn't need to, or
right.
it would be like
Beauty
something
speaks
like
for herself.
like a joke that only like certain people understand. It's like
Right.
if you're cool, you understand the joke.
I like low key feel like Pippa would have like a Finsta, but like for a dating app. Like it would be not her name.
Right.
It should be like Lola.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, who do you think is the funniest person on set?
I think it's Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spencer or
he's-
Grace.
Yeah, it's great. Grace is actually hilarious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like we joke together all the time, especially when like it's 4 a.m. and like we start to get loopy and
Oh, yeah.
we've had like 7 Red Bulls and we're just like going nuts, you know?
How would you describe Sonia Pippa in season 1?
Oh, I think season 1, she's someone who's trying to be someone else. She's coming in with a plan. She's got a whole persona and is just hiding every single part of herself. And I thought of her a lot, season 1, like a shark. Like she's just moving constantly and trying to get to the next thing and social climb and like be a success at college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's so funny. That feels like so long ago.
I know.
I would say that Diana is trying to like figure out what she wants because like she and Steven have broken up because he's cheated on her. But I think that she's trying to take space, but she also like still wants him back and is kind of like he's in timeout, you know? And kind of trying to figure out how she can justify getting back with him. And just that dance, that like power, that cat and mouse like power play.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So then how, as opposed to season 1, would you describe your characters halfway through season 3?
I mean, so much.
Because
has
so
happened.
much has
Just like
changed.
not doing well for sure.
Yeah. I think at least for Diana, it's like I went from being like this person, like not that my life revolved around Steven, but like that was so much a part of my DNA and like my plan. And I think in the middle of season 3, she's like, okay, I can be independent. And like that's probably the safest way to like navigate my life at this point, is not basing decisions around another person.
Well, I feel like Diana is the smartest the smartest character, because like the whole plan
Yeah.
to get rid of Steven,
Yeah.
like that is so well thought out and then well executed. It was just like, oh my gosh, like how does Megan's brain think this?
No,
to
the writing is incredible. Like I read things sometimes and I'm just like I don't know, like the way that it's all connected, and that the callback to different things, and also that there are like 7 different storylines going on at once. Like it's so impressive. Like my brain can barely like comprehend it. Yeah.
Yeah. What part of your character's journey, and Sonia, you can answer this one, feels the most personal to you?
To me, I feel like we see her go through and sort of stop trying to be other people and like become herself. And I feel like that, I mean, I can relate to that. I think it's constantly just learning how to hide less of yourself and sort of valuing all the different parts of yourself. They're like, nobody cares about that. And then, yeah, I feel like,
yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes total sense. Alicia, what do you think is part of your character's journey was the most personal to you?
I think, yeah, coming back to like really that, not, and like that sounds so cynical to say you can only depend on yourself, but like
I say that all the time.
Right.
It's kind of true.
And it's kind of true.
Right. But I feel bad saying that sometimes, because I have, and like Diana has so many people in her life who are looking out for her and want the best for her, but like really saying like, okay, no, I have to focus on me and like do me. And yeah, I found that too, that like trying to get caught up in pleasing other people, it usually doesn't work out.
Yeah. More people need to know that.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
It's hard. It's really hard.
That's what I want to teach my children.
Mm-hmm.
Not to people please.
Yeah. Like you gotta think of you gotta worry about of course be kind to people.
Right.
But like you really have to take care of your own mental health, your emotional health before anything else.
Yeah.
Because like really you only have yourself. People pass away.
Yeah.
People leave, people change. So like you gotta have a strong sense of self.
Yeah, 100%.
Not to get all like weird and philosophical with you guys. Anyway. So in season 1, Wrigley breaks up with Pippa because he thinks that you're the one that wrote the note.
Yeah.
Okay. So besides like, you know, the devastation of just being broken up with, how did that impact your character beyond getting just dumped?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, like she goes in with a plan. She was like super bullied in school, and she's like, I'm gonna take college by storm and be cool and like sleep with the quarterback and like be, you know what I mean, like win. And then it just everything about that blows up in her face. Not just that he dumps her, but that all of the football team is bullying her, and that her best friend is dating the guy that she thinks ruined her life. And you know, so I think it's like pretty devastating. And we had this conversation in between where they were like, we were going back and forth of like, maybe your hair changes and like, should we cut it short? I had really short hair at the time. Like, should we just use your hair? And I was like, that wasn't cool back in the day. Like when you were a girl and you cut your hair short in that era, boys did not think you were cute.
Really good point.
And all she wants is for boys to think she's cute. So it was like, I also felt a little too like out and queer. I'm like, she's not there yet. So we settled on blonde as like a way to have her feel like she's this new persona. And there was also some subtle things I was thinking about just at the time. Who was cool back then? It was Paris Hilton. It was all of these like blonde bombshells. And so we see her sort of like hiding even more and stretching towards that. And then we see her in the future. She's got her natural texture and she's more accepted.
Wait, that's so cool
herself.
that that's how that came about, the blonde hair, that it was a collaboration.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, who were the cool people back then? It was all just a bunch of blondes.
Yeah, there was no icon for someone who looked like her to be her striving for that. So she's striving for something that's really not herself. And then later we see her kind of come into her way. And I had dyed my hair that color when it was much shorter, when I was like 18. And
we all go through that phase.
Yeah. I'll show you. I was like for prom, like a full blue sparkly dress. But they were like, are you sure? I was like, trust me. Everybody's hella nervous. And then we popped it on and I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was fun.
Okay, and then Diana and Steven get together at the finale.
Right.
Which, that scene.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
Yeah.
Okay, it's crazy. When you read the script, like, what were you thinking?
I was shocked. I feel like reading it, it was like the same reaction as people watching it, you know, because it just happens in like 5 minutes. He makes that decision to like.
That's so Steven.
It is, but it's like, it's also, but I feel like, you know, in season 1, we're still kind of getting to know him, you know?
Yeah.
So I was really surprised. I was like, wow, Diana really convinced him, you know? And like, it's like, and she knew exactly what to say. Like, my dad will help you, you know, like we'll go to Yale together. Like we will have this perfect life and I can afford you opportunities that like Lucy obviously can't, you know? But it was crazy.
What was it like seeing all the fan reactions?
It's so fun. That's one of my favorite things is to like read comments and
You're
like
crazy. You read the comments?
I do, because like
what's wrong with you?
People sometimes say mean stuff, but it's mostly people be like freaking out, and I just like that. I don't know. It makes me so happy that they have such a reaction to it, because that's what you want. Like at the end of the day, it's entertainment, and like I think it's really entertaining.
And everyone makes TikToks about it and all that
yeah.
stuff. Do you guys like have a group chat where you send each other like no?
Absolutely
No,
not.
we're so different than the cast. It's very funny because we play these like characters that are so like what, and we hang out and just play board games, and the group chat is just stupid bits.
Like
it's like really not connected to the show. It's like I think that's kind of the key of us all being friends. Is like first year we all went to the Renaissance Fair in Georgia together.
Love that.
And like stole all the costumes from Charlotte, our costume designer, who was like, bring them back when you're done with them. But yeah, we're so like not connected to it in a way, and I think that's
Isn't that weird that the rest of the world all has group chats about your show, but like y'all are like, no, we're going to the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so in season 2, we find out that Pippa and Diana are each other's date to Bree and Evan's wedding. That was such a moment. Like, did you see that coming?
No.
Megan called me
Yeah.
and told me, and then told me not to tell anyone, and I was like, okay. And then I think I ran into her and she was shocked that I hadn't told anyone. She like, didn't believe me. She was like, I was like, you told me not to. And she was like, you didn't tell.
You're a good secret keeper.
Yeah, I could keep a secret.
I like that.
I was shocked. Like, she also called me and she was like, this is what's happening in season 2. And I was like, what? Like, because there's no foreshadowing in any way. I mean, it's so funny. That's another thing.
Like 2 lines to each other in season 1.
Literally.
I'm like, hi.
It's nuts. And that's what's also fun about looking at fan stuff, because they will have found things where it's like, oh, this is where in season 1 it happens, even though like
it wasn't, they're just making something out of nothing.
Yeah. But also it's like, okay, I can see how you can see that. But I was shocked. But it's like it's so delicious.
One of my favorite parts of like the show is that it teases to the wedding. And so you get all of these little nuggets of things that you're like, holy shit, like what happened did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
Damn, it's just so good. Okay. But okay, in the college scenes in season 3, that reveal hadn't happened yet. Okay.
Right.
So when do you feel like Pippa and Diana knew what they wanted from each other?
I mean, I think after that first kiss.
So what was that like? Like the whole build up, then leading to that moment?
I feel like it was funny because like they're really, I think this whole show is like people, like I think of it as like like moles or something. Like it's like a bunch of people. I can't like see where they're going. They don't know what's happening. There's like not a lot of self-awareness. And then we're all just kind of bumping into each other, and that's kind of like the fun of it. So like even when I go over and I'm like yelling at you, I don't even think that I know that. I mean, I've been thinking about you, but I don't know like how much I'm like actually aware of what that really means and like what I want. And so it's all kind of happening in the moment. And I also don't think that I just ever imagined that there would be
like even if I think that like even though we were feeling these things, it's like, oh, that's never gonna happen. But I think that Diana genuinely doesn't know. She like that she's genuinely like is what I'm feeling for Pippa romantic? And I think that like asking to kiss is a genuine like trying
to kiss.
Like
that's such a sweet way to put it.
But she's genuinely like, is this what this is? Like, let's find out, you know? Yeah.
You guys are such a cute couple.
Oh my God, thanks.
Is there a scene in season 3 that you think really cemented their connection? Like a specific one?
I was thinking after you're like, are you pregnant? And I'm like, yes. And then like we have this really like beautiful moment afterwards. And like, that was it for me, I think, because it's like, I'm able to like feel so like seen and like safe with her, especially after like revealing this thing that is like, I don't know, that can feel like it's so life ending and that like, that like you were so supportive and that like we were able, like it didn't, like we were able to like still come together and like in that time, you know?
Yeah. So y'all's fight at the start of season 3, okay, that felt so raw and so real.
Do you not feel guilty at all? Guilty about what? You and I both convinced Drew to come back to campus. We did that together.
I'm sorry, but I'm not taking that on. What happened to Drew was terrible, but it was not our fault.
What were each of you guys experiencing in that scene?
Pippa's just been under such a crazy pressure cooker for so long and like taking care of Wrigley and his whole family. And I think she finally has an outlet for like so much. There's so much rage when someone dies and grief and confusion. And she like has this opportunity to just like, you know, when you kind of just start, you don't know what you're yelling about and you didn't know you were going to be yelling and it just keeps going and it's just like an avalanche. But I think it feels so good to finally have an opportunity. And we talked a lot about early, like there are people who are very posing and sort of trying to get through the world and like manipulating everyone around them to sort of get what they need, but because they don't like each other at first, they don't try to put on a face of like I'm smart or I'm pretty or whatever it is that you want to think, because we don't like each other, and so there's like a very real baseline between us.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't think about that watching it.
We were never trying to impress each other.
There we go.
Yeah, and I
Okay,
think,
with the concise, that's what I was trying to say. We weren't trying to impress each other.
because I think that like or at least like my relationship with Steven is always a one up. And that's kind of a part of the like the tension and the dynamic. But with us, I was never trying to one up her, you know? Like,
and then you just keep showing up.
Right.
And I'm like, what do you want?
Right.
And you're just like, hey. And then eventually we start to find like a friendship, but it's so different because it's not based in there's no transactional quality to it. And there's no bullshit. And we've already been so like, so like, you know what I mean? That we've already shown our colors. Very early on.
And we've already seen each other in like our most vulnerable moments, you know? And that's kind of like where we start.
No, now that I'm thinking about it, you two definitely have the most real relationship because you weren't trying to date.
Right.
You were just being yourselves and then fell in love.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
It's really sweet.
When you guys were at the beach party, it's nothing like an indoor beach party. Like, what? I was watching that and I was like, that was cold.
So it was not.
Oh, was it?
It was not.
So I never got into the pool, but the pool was heated, right?
I don't know that it was heated. I think it ended up warm.
Why? Because a lot of people were peeing in it? Stop.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but no, that was also just like hot and steamy and crazy and
they were steaming up the mirror,
the bathroom?
The scene
Okay.
with me and Lucy where we're like on the floaties is there's 3 divers in the pool. One of them is behind us holding us so we don't float apart, and there's like another person standing so we don't float this way. There's like a guy on like a crazy platform that's like 7 feet tall in the water with the boom being like, I better not drop this is like 1,000 whatever, however much it costs. It was crazy.
Yeah,
and
it
it
was
took 2
nuts.
days to shoot that scene because it was like the poolography was so crazy.
Oh my God, that's so interesting. Okay, fun tidbit.
Yeah.
Well, at that scene, you guys go and make out in the bathroom. Do you think that your characters wanted to get caught? Because while you guys were trying not to get caught, that's pretty brave.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who's gonna catch us in the bathroom?
I don't think, but it's that like hot thing of like, oh, like we might get caught. But I think that I think that it was like a sexy, fun thing. But I also think that like we were so hyper aware that like the second we heard someone, we would probably pull apart, you know? Because I feel like there's like it was such high risk. Like if we like
High risk, high reward.
right, exactly. Like if we did get caught, like Pippa still had a boyfriend at that point, you know, like
a very, very sad boyfriend.
right, exactly.
Do you think that Pippa was secretly or subconsciously just pushing them together so that you could be with Diana?
That's hard to how can
That's
I know?
true. How could you
You
not?
gotta ask her therapist, which she desperately needs.
Because it was the perfect way, like the perfect out for you to be together, which like then I'm like, so make it work.
But I feel like she feels such a responsibility for him that I don't even think that she's like, let me pawn you off on someone. I think that like between the guilt of Drew and like taking care of him and like just spent all this time like taking care of his entire family.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know that she's like somebody else want to tap in, like, you know.
Best friend, do you want to tap in?
Yeah. And then like Evan is still kind of in the picture too, so I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no. It was, we're going to go with,
No.
no. She was just thinking about how do I get to the beach party because I really want to hang out with Diana. I think so. What's the most fun part of drawing out a secret budding relationship on screen?
It's so fun when I'm in a scene with like Lucy or Steven and I have in the back of my, and they like at some point, like Lucy definitely has mentions Pippa, and in the back of my mind, I just have this like sweet little secret, and like that's so fun, you know? Like I think about that a lot in scenes with other characters who obviously like know her. Yeah, that's always like a really fun little thing, to play.
Yeah, I'm not an actor, but like I would imagine that like that adds like some depth to whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Totally.
In a scene.
Yeah, 100%. And like that's just true of life. Like you have so many things going on internally, you know, that like are still there.
Yeah. We found out Diana was pregnant a few episodes ago, and this week she gets an abortion. What does it mean to have Diana's abortion storyline on the show?
I think that it shows an experience that like some women have that you don't necessarily see on TV that much, that like it's very clear that, you know, that this is not what she wants in her life right now. And I think that Steven trying to like coerce her to keep the baby is like so like disturbing that it makes the decision like clearer for her, you know, like him trying to manipulate her in that way, I think is like, it is just like a turn, like it's like I don't know, it's like he's constantly reminding her that she made the right choice in every decision that she's made, like when it comes to him.
How do you feel like Diana has changed, like looking back at her season 1 and then here she is at the abortion clinic and then also finding out that she
Right.
got accepted to Yale?
So, Yale has been the backdrop of her life,
Yeah.
probably since she was in kindergarten. Her dad went there. It's like a legacy thing. And then at some point during the show, she decides, I'm not going to Yale because Steven is going there.
Which made me so mad.
It
Same.
does.
I mean,
It's really annoying. But the thing is like Diana knows she's going to get into every Ivy League she applies to. And even if she went to like a smaller, lesser known college, she's going to be successful.
Yeah.
And she's going to get it and do what she wants. And like that is like getting away from him and like building a life of like safety and security is more important than like the name of your college on a resume, because it doesn't matter. Like she's gonna kill it no matter what. And like she found that, and like that's kind of security in herself. So that was really like powerful this season, is like discovering that.
Do you think, whenever I watch scenes with you and Lucy together, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm like, God, I love when like the ex-girlfriends become besties.
Yeah.
Was there ever a shot at your characters becoming besties? Like, I've always trauma bonded with like my ex's
Right.
ex-girlfriends.
Yeah,
It's just
really.
like the way I roll.
I don't
You
think
know?
That's funny. I don't think like we would ever be like best friends, because we're so different.
For
just
sure.
like as people, like our interests and everything I think are very different. But I think that like that's been one of my favorite things this season too, is like coming together and like a real sense of like, like not that like it's his fault. It's not our fault,
Yeah.
So like being a real, like Diana like figures out how to like root for other women
Yes.
through like, I think
That's true.
like
yeah.
like with like relationship with Pippa and also with Lucy. And I think that that's so awesome to see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's sweet to see that
Right.
you guys can see that it's outside versus like coming
Right.
at each other
right, exactly.
in that way.
Because I hate watching shows that like, oh, it's like, oh, like you're a bitch. It's like, no, like you're dating a horrible person. Like that's
Yeah.
like that's what it is.
We also are like, you're a bitch.
Right, no, it's like
Don't lie. We're a
Yeah,
little like,
you
you're
know.
a bitch.
Yeah, no,
But
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. It's you have to have like a nice healthy balance.
What relationship advice would you give Diana and Pippa after this last episode?
I think the last thing we see is that I get the call from Chris, and I'm like, ah, and I
Right,
block
and I'm
him,
like,
and
who
then
was
are you like, and I'm
that?
like, no one. Fully disassociated.
right.
Classic tell me lies.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I would love to say take it slow.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Because like we've both just been through like such traumatic stuff, and I think like jumping into a new relationship right after that is like, it's always messy,
Yeah, but it's like so hard to tell like 21-year-olds that.
Right,
You know what I mean?
No, they're not.
Like,
Again,
yeah.
listen.
I know.
Listen.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to listen.
Right,
That's
like
all right.
frontal lobe is nowhere.
Not at all.
Yeah.
On the
Not
show,
at all.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
this
yeah.
was
Thank
so
you.
much fun.
This has been so much
Yeah,
fun.
thank
I
you
can't
so
believe it's over
much.
already.
I
That was
know.
awesome. Yeah.
We
was a
can keep
breeze.
going. What's your favorite food?
French fries.
Oh
Do you
my
have a
God.
sauce? Or just French fries?
Yeah, mayo with hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Great
That's delicious.
answer.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Oh my God, my favorite food? I love Korean barbecue. Like, I'm super, super
We should go
into
to
it.
Korean
We
barbecue
should.
while
I
you're here.
know. There's
Come
some,
with
like,
us.
Yeah.
I would be honored.
All right, well,
You have
I'm
your
sorry, I can't
no cards
stop.
under the table.
I
Still.
know.
did anyone see that movie lately?
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, what is your favorite movies?
this is such a hard question because, like, when someone asks me, I panic, and then I'm like, "What is a movie?"
Right.
I don't know.
Did you see Begonia?
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a new Emma Stone, Jesse
The
Plemons.
New Yorgos Lanthimos movie.
Yeah,
Dogtooth
movie.
is my favorite of his.
Oh God.
Also, this very sad, but this very weird little movie called Out of the Blue. That's like Dennis Hopper and Linda Manns, and Neil Young does the whole soundtrack, and it's really just she's just like a little punk girl, is like running around, is obsessed with Elvis and like hitchhiking. It's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
But
I gotta
very
watch that.
sad.
Yeah.
You guys would pick like, you know, artistic.
Sorry, Ratatouille.
I was gonna be like The Holiday.
Right. But those are great too.
Yeah,
Those are great too.
No, it's okay. I'm just a basic bitch. It's fine.
No. I love a a big
Yeah.
blockbuster
Yeah,
movie. I love
exactly.
all of it. I'll watch anything.
I just watched The Invitation. Is that what it was?
Oh, that movie is so
Yeah.
fucked.
I love scary movies.
I love scary movies.
We love
we are
we love
obsessed with
scary
horror. I'm
movies,
making
yeah.
a lot of horror movies right now.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. Yeah.
What's your favorite horror genre? Like your subgenre? Like if you have to pick, like, are you slasher? Are you
Definitely not slasher.
Like, psychological thriller all the way. Like
Yeah.
Ari Aster, like all of that.
I like
good
when
stuff.
it gets real weird,
Mhm.
like Barbarian.
Barbarian
or like
is so
Weapons
scary.
is also great,
Mhm.
or just like I also love like a terrible B horror movie, like the 80s remake of the Blob.
Right.
It's so good. It's so crazy. There's just a scene where there's like a bunch of guys with machine guns and like a pothole. That's what is that called? The sewer
Like,
hole?
A manhole.
A manhole.
I've never
Pothole.
seen the 80s
And
remake
they're,
of The
like,
Blob, so
shooting
I'm not
down.
sure.
It's great.
Well,
I
you really
highly
got to.
recommend
Maybe
it.
I'll
You're
check
gonna
it
die
out.
laughing. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Well, thank you guys so much. When we come back, Jessi and I make our best guesses for what happens next on Tell Me Lies. Okay, so in this episode, Diana gets into Yale too.
Yeah.
But she says she's not going because she wants to get as far away from Steven as possible.
Yeah.
Like, what is the craziest thing you've done, or like the furthest thing you've done in order to get away from an ex?
Divorce.
That's a good one. Wait, well, that trumps anything I have.
Like I took it all the way, Pretty dramatic, but it worked.
So like when you get divorced, do you just like not talk?
Yeah, unless you have kids together, but I had a clean break. So it was like, bye.
Do you ever run into each other?
No.
That's lucky.
Not once, which is so crazy.
Yeah, so like the Tell Me Lies cast, like even if let's say
They're
they
in
got married and
college, like-
divorced, they couldn't get away from each other.
No.
Divorce would mean nothing.
Especially because they're all sleeping together too. Like their group is so intertwined that there's no way.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I was gonna say leave a reality show.
But
This is-
then you still are in that realm together.
That's when I realized, like I said, I was like, I helped build this show.
Yes.
And now I'm gonna let him win.
Absolutely
I'm gonna
not.
let him take it
No.
and win, and all the rest of them take it and win. No.
No.
This is mine.
Yes. There's your Diana coming out.
Yes. Would you rather go to college pre-social media or post-social media?
Honestly,
It was great.
it looks kind of nice.
All we
that,
had was Facebook.
Yeah, you had flip phones, you had desktop computers.
Mhm.
Facebook was barely a thing, right?
Yeah.
It actually sounds nice because when they're having these rumors fly around, it kind of takes a while to get from one person to the next. Whereas with phones, it's
no, nowadays,
it's within
it's
2 seconds.
within 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I wish I knew what it was like to go to college pre-Facebook.
that would have been great.
You
Because
know,
was Facebook the thing back then,
had
or
just-
MySpace?
it had just started. I was into MySpace in high
Yes,
school.
same. We had the MySpace, Facebook, and there was nothing like that era.
Yeah, remember
the
when
top
we would just
eight?
the top 8?
That gave us resilience.
That's kind of wild that we were forced to
Yes.
say who our top favorite people are.
Ranking
our
your
best friends
friends.
are. Ranking our friends. And whoever was in first place, that meant something.
Yeah.
And then someone would get pissed that they're in fourth place. And then if you weren't in that or you switched people out of it,
It was brutal.
that was so,
Insane.
who's that guy? What's his name? Tom?
Tom from MySpace.
Tom was so messed up
He was
for
just
doing that
stirring
top
the
8.
pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like it gave us that grit that we have as millennials.
It built character.
It did. They don't have that now.
You know what? That's why millennials are tough, because
Yep.
we had top 8.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Do you think they do you think I act like they're real people? I'm do you think they have a top 8?
They totally
would
had top 8.
Steven be on Lucy's? Do you remember when Facebook first came out and you would have a full photo album for one night out?
One night out, you took your phone, your camera,
and
you took a million pictures, and you're like, these are great. And then you'd go and put them on your computer and then upload every single one of them and then just do the title of the album,
Yes.
some random
It
inside
would have
joke.
been Beach Party. This episode, Beach Party, 86 photos.
Beach party, get your rum cups, if you know, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, it was always
totally.
like an inside joke where, like, I look back on
Yes.
my Facebook photo albums because I have them hidden. They're still there. I can't
Yep.
get rid of them.
You
And,
have to
like,
keep
what
them.
do these mean? Like,
It
what do
was
these titles
crazy.
mean?
And we would have like little like you would do like the little like wavy dash and like cute like uppercase, lowercase letters. Like it was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. What a wild time to be alive.
Yeah, it was fun though. I miss it.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten into a lie that has spiraled so out of? Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I have.
I'm gonna flex for a
You've
second.
never lied?
Obviously, like, I must have.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But, like, not really.
I feel like you're honest to a fault though. Like that's your thing. Like you can't lie. I just like it would be all over your face.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
I
Like,
could see that.
so I really, no, it's never happened to
You're
me.
like, I've actually never told a lie.
Like, there has. I'm sure there has.
Like little white
Everyone's
lies you tell your
lied.
kids, like,
Everyone's lied. You know
Santa's
what I
real.
mean?
You know, those things. Like you have to. But
Everyone's lied.
yes,
But nothing that major.
I'm so jealous.
I'm going straight to heaven.
And I'm going straight to hell.
All right, let's do predictions.
My favorite part.
Okay, what do you think is going to happen with Bree and her mom?
Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like I'm glad she's exploring that relationship because I think that childhood trauma, when it comes back up in adulthood, can be so life ruining if you don't take care of it the right way. But I feel like her mom's one of those people that like she's gonna have to parent if they get too involved again. Seems like her mom's like a little bit of a mess. And I don't know. I can see Bree, like, I can see that messing with her. And maybe that's why she did what she did with the professor and why she's kind of made some questionable decisions. But I would hope that that relationship could somewhat come together, not in a mother-daughter way, but in like a repairing way that could help her childhood trauma. And then she could move forward.
See, what I love about this show is that
Mhm.
you think you can predict what's going to happen, but like what you think is going to happen,
And
it's
that's
just always better.
that's on a great TV show because
Yeah.
it's the worst when you can just like watch something and predict it and be like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
There's always a twist in this show.
Always a freaking twist. Okay, so at the end of this episode, we see Steven, after Diana tells him, I'm not going to Yale, I just want to get away from you, like looking at old nude photos of her.
Yeah.
And then he goes and starts typing on his computer. What do you think he's doing with that?
I mean, knowing Steven, he's going to use it against her in 10 years. Like, once she has, like, a great career, he's going to be like, drop. Just so crazy that he, like, stores these things. That's how you know he's diabolical.
Yeah.
And he's not just in a phase. Like, I think he is this person.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, planting seeds to use later.
Have you ever had a like revenge porn situation like that?
Ooh, no. But I'm in reality, so I'm sure it's coming.
I think because we're in 2025, it's not coming.
Yeah.
You're in a safe space.
Yeah.
I had the worst. That D-bag
Yep.
that I dated
Yep.
had a video of me and went around trying to sell it, went around showing it to
No.
people. It was like truly devastating.
How did that end? Like, what did you do?
This is really embarrassing. Well, after calling lawyers and trying to I was on the phone 24/7,
Yeah.
being like, how do we stop this? All he wanted was $900. So like I can laugh at it now.
You're like, that's what my sex tape is worth? $900?
My sex tape is worth $900? Why are you even trying for $1,000?
No,
Like,
literally.
what?
That's crazy.
That was wild. What a time to be alive.
It's actually crazy though, because that used to happen a lot
It
back in
used
the
to-
day.
yes.
And it's always someone you were dating and trusted, but then you're meant to feel shameful for sending that.
Yes.
It's like you weren't posting that. You were
No.
sending it to someone you were dating.
No.
And then they use it against you. But now there's OnlyFans. Like people are just doing that stuff. It's not as like hot of a commodity now.
I am the master
Yeah.
of tell me lies, okay? I've lived through it all. There is no one who could be doing what I'm doing right
you're
now.
Lucy in 15 years when she's
Yes,
like figured
when
it out.
she has her shit together.
Yeah, let's
you
hope.
know. Good times.
Yeah.
I love talking about my old sex tape.
But that's going to be Diana. I have a feeling he's using that somehow. Like
Yeah.
it's coming.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much to Sonia and Alicia for taking us behind the scenes of Pippa and Diana's relationship drama, and to Jessi for fanning out with me. But most of all, thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, don't forget to share, follow, and subscribe. And stay tuned for next week's episode of the Tell Me Lies official podcast, now available wherever you like to listen. Watch and listen to Tell Me Lies official podcast, available on Hulu and wherever you get your podcasts.